has no option.
Àdúrà kò lékejì.
I was talking to somebody yesterday.
Mo ń bẹ́ nìkan sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá.
There's a man called John Heed. They changed the name to Prayer Heed or Praying Heed.
Ọkùnrin kan wà John Heed lórúkọ ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wá yí orúkọ ẹ̀ padà sí Prayer Heed.
He was a man given to prayer.
Ó jẹ́ ẹnìkan tó fira rẹ̀ fún àdúrà.
He prayed to the extent that his heart shifted from the left where the heart used to be and come to the right.
Ó gbàdúrà dé ibì kan tó jẹ́ wípé ọkàn rẹ̀ lápá òsì èyí tọ́kàn gbogbo èèyàn máa ń wà ọkàn sì yí padà sápá ọ̀tún.
And pushed the other to the other end.
Ó sì tún wá ti àwọn nǹkan míì sí ọ̀nà mìíràn.
And doctors told him,
Àwọn dókítà wa ń sọ fún wípé
if you don't want to die now,
tó o bá fẹ́ kú ní ìsìn
for more than 24 months, don't talk.
fún odidi oṣù mẹ́rìnlélógún mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ o,
Don't pray.
mọ́ gbàdúrà mọ́.
And the man said, thank you.
Ọkùnrin yẹn wá dá wọn lóhùn pé ẹ ṣé o.
He went back and continued his prayer.
Ó bá padà lọ ó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà.
He prayed until the heart that shifted to the right come back to the left.
Ó tún wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà títí tí ọkàn tó yí padà sọ́tún tó fi padà wá sósì.
What am I telling you?
Kí ló ń tí mò ń sọ fún wa?
If God has called and commissioned you,
Tí Ọlọ́run bá ti pè ọ́ tó sì rán ọ níṣẹ́,
there is no power under the sun
kò sí agbára náà lábẹ́ ọ̀run
that will not work for your success.
èyí tí ò ní máa ṣiṣẹ́ fàṣeyọrí rẹ̀.
When you are afraid,
Ìmọ̀ ńgbà tẹ́rù bá ń bà ọ́,
you may die before your time.
ó di dandan wà á kú ṣáájú ọjọ́
But
ikú
when
rẹ̀.
you stand with God,
Ṣùgbọ́n ńgbà tó bá dúró ti
there is
Ọlọ́run,
nothing coming from the sky that the ground is afraid
kò
of.
sí nǹkan kan tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ ò lè gbà.
So, I want to continue on why they failed.
Mo fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú nínú ẹ̀kọ́ tó sọ wípé kí ló dé tán fi kùnà.
This is just part one.
Èyí kàn jẹ́ apá kìíní.
I wanted to give 10 examples. I just write 5.
Mo fẹ́ fún wa ní àpẹẹrẹ mẹ́wàá ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn kọ 5 fún wa náà
If
nísìnyí.
God give us the permission, we will complete the lecture. If He give me another one, then we will go into that.
Tí Ọlọ́run bá tún fún mi lórí ọ̀fẹ́, a ó lọ sí apá kejì rẹ̀.
Because we listen to God and we are led by Him. We do not just hang on paper. It is what God asks us to say that we say.
Torí wípé àwa ń tẹ́tí balẹ̀ láti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run, láti gbọ́ ohùn rẹ̀, ohun tí ó dẹ̀ sọ fún wa, òun náà làwa ń sọ jáde.
People responded to the teaching of yesterday, sent appreciation from outside the country, within the country, which we never knew were part of the program.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni wọ́n ń fi ìhà rere wọn hàn sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó jáde lánàá, àtàwọn tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà àtàwọn tó wà níta orílẹ̀-èdè
So
yìí.
what we are doing now is not only for you people sitting down. There are many other people in various towns and states and countries that are connected to us.
Torí náà ìpàdé tá a wà nínú ẹ̀ kò sí fáwa tá a kàn jókòó níbí nìkan ṣùgbọ́n tún wà fáwọn tó ń bẹ ní ìta ìlú yìí.
We now begin to look at why do some fail.
A ó wà máa kíyèsí kí nìdí tí àwọn kan fi kùnà.
It is the will and the mind of God that as you are called, you will be able to fulfill your call to the glory of God.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni wípé bá a ṣe pè ọ́ sínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run fẹ́ kó o ṣàṣeyọrí ń bẹ̀.
It gladdens the mind of God if you accomplish all that God has destined for you in this journey of yours.
Inú Ọlọ́run a máa dùn jọjọ nígbà tó o bá ṣe àmúlò àti tó o sì mú gbogbo àyànmọ́ tá a fi rán ọ wá síbi iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tó o mú
It is a
ṣẹ.
great privilege that God called you in the midst of almost 8 billion people on the planet Earth.
Àǹfààní ńlá ló jẹ́ wípé ìwọ la wá pè láàrin ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ènìyàn.
But many people accepted the call and started well but miss it along the line.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló gba ìpè yìí níbẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀ dáadáa ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe ni láàánú wọn ò lè parí dáadáa.
And I discover the reason why many are not able to end well.
mo wá ń ṣàwárí ìdí tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ò fi parí dáradára.
And I begin to see the same sign. What causes many to fall? Many of us are putting our hand into the same thing.
àwọn àmì tó wá ń gbé àwọn wọ̀nyí ṣubú mo wá ti ń rí ó ti ń farahàn láàrin àwa ìran iná tó sì ń farahàn gidigidi.
The secret of the future is hidden in history.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé àṣírí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ó wà nínú àfipamọ́ sínú ìtàn.
And every secret of success of yours as a minister is hidden in the scripture.
gbogbo àwọn àṣírí bó ṣe ṣàṣeyọrí nídìí iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ àfipamọ́ sínú ìwé mímọ́.
It is not the will of God, the plan of God, that he should call a man and make mockery of that man.
kì í ṣe ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run kò dẹ̀ sí nínú ètò Ọlọ́run kó pe ènìyàn kan láti wá fi ṣẹlẹ́yà.
Many of us will still pray and refer to the God of 1930.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nù wa là ń gbàdúrà lónìí táwọn mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run 1930.
I am not saying you are wrong,
mi ò sọ wípé o ṣàṣìṣe o.
but let me tell you,
ṣùgbọ́n jẹ́ ń sọ fún ọ.
this is 2025.
2025 la wà
It
yìí.
is true that God demonstrated something in 1930.
òótọ́ ni wípé Ọlọ́run fagbára hàn ní 1930.
That revival was not for the whole 12 months in the year 1930.
ìsọjí yẹn ó tiẹ̀ kàn wà fún gbogbo.
It was not cover the whole year.
kò tiẹ̀ kàn kò la gbogbo ọdún àsìkò
The
yẹn já.
revival started around July.
ìsọjí yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bí oṣù keje ní ọdún
It
náà.
does not last for 2 months.
kò tiẹ̀ kàn lọ títí kò tóṣù méjì.
Within 5 months,
láàrin oṣù márùn-ún.
5 weeks,
láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ márùn-ún.
God touched all the nook and cranny of the country.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run fọwọ́ kan gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè.
And it affected all the surrounding countries in Nigeria.
gbogbo àwọn amúlẹ̀gbẹ́ Nàìjíríà náà sì ní ìsọjí ìdè.
All those people that caught the fire from the revival at Elisha,
gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n gba iná ìsọjí yẹn ní Iléṣà.
the fire began to follow them.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé iná yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í tẹ̀lé
You would
wọn.
have heard of a man that is called Orekoya.
o ti gbọ́ nípa bàbá kan tá à ń pè lọ́rẹ̀kọ̀yà.
Orekoya was a dwarf.
bàbá Ọ̀rẹ́kọ̀yà ó tiẹ̀ kàn jẹ́ ẹni àràrá.
And he was not a man that has great future.
kì í sì ṣe ẹni tó tiẹ̀ kàn ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la tó tóbi kan.
He was given an employment in the church just to manage him as a sexton.
a gbà á gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tí ó mọ ṣọ́gbà nínú ìjọ ni.
He was there.
ó ń bẹ níbẹ̀.
He does not have a great assignment.
kò tiẹ̀ kàn níṣẹ́ tó tóbi kan níbẹ̀.
When he saw the visitation of the angels,
ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó gba ìbẹ̀wò àwọn áńgẹ́lì.
and the angel gave him instruction
àwọn áńgẹ́lì sì fún ní ọ̀rọ̀.
that if they could be able to avoid all these things,
wípé bí wọ́n bá lè ya gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí sílẹ̀.
number one,
àkọ́kọ́
to stay away from idols.
láti fi ìbọ̀rìṣà sílẹ̀.
Number two,
ìkejì
to stay away from alcohol and kola nut and all that.
gbogbo àwọn tí ògógóró àti gbogbo àwọn nǹkan burúkú yẹn kan yàgò fún wọn.
To stay away from women,
àti láti sá fún obìnrin.
from fornication and adultery.
kúrò nínú àgbèrè àti panṣágà.
And they should go away from ornaments and rings and earrings and all that.
àti gbogbo èmi làwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ ti tòde ara kí wọ́n yàgò fún wọn.
And they should cleave to him, God alone.
kí wọ́n wá sopọ̀ mọ́ wọn Ọlọ́run nìkan
God told
ṣoṣo.
him,
Ọlọ́run wá sọ fún.
if the people can do
wípé
this,
tí àwọn ènìyàn bá lè ṣe yìí.
heaven will be let loose.
ó sọ wípé a ó fa ọ̀run ya.
And the great power will be poured.
agbára tó ga jùlọ yóò sì sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá.
When Orekoya heard that a revival started in Elisha,
nígbà tí Ọ̀rẹ́kọ̀yà wá gbọ́ pé ìsọjí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Iléṣà.
he discovered that what God told him was beginning to happen over there.
ó wá rí wípé ohun tọ́lọ́run sọ fóun ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀
He
níbẹ̀.
decided to go and visit them.
òun náà wá lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n wò
You
níbẹ̀.
know, when he was about to go,
nígbà tó fẹ́ máa lọ.
the church elders told him,
àwọn alàgbà àjọ sọ fún un pé
if you go,
tó o bá fi lọ
we will not pay your salary.
a ní sanwó oṣù rẹ mọ́.
You will lose your salary.
ó pàdánù owó oṣù rẹ.
He was afraid.
ẹ̀rù bà
But
á.
eventually, he gathered all he has and traveled.
ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣàpalẹ̀ mọ́ ó dẹ̀ rìnrìn àjò
And when
náà.
he got there,
nígbà tó débẹ̀
he saw all he need to do was to see Babalola.
ohun tó ṣàkànfẹ́ ni pé kó ṣàárí Babalọ́lá.
And when he saw him,
nígbà tó rí
and he was able to catch the fire,
ó sì lè gba iná náà.
he wanted to quickly go back so that he will not lose his salary.
ó fẹ́ tètè padà wá sílé kó má bàa pàdánù owó oṣù.
So he tried from that place. He got a vehicle to Oshogbo. From Oshogbo, he took train to Ibadan.
ó rìnrìn àjò dóṣogbo ó wọkọ̀ ojú irin dé Ìbàdàn.
The money finished.
owó bá tán.
He needed another transportation to reach Lagos.
ó nílò owó mìíràn láti fi dé ìlú
So
Èkó.
it was not a planned program.
torí náà kì í ṣe ohun tó tiẹ̀ kàn rò tì tẹ́lẹ̀.
So he now needed to go among his kinsmen.
ó wá lọ bá àwọn ará rẹ̀.
And you know, if you Okeado is almost Ijebu State.
ó mọ̀ pé
Òkè-Àdó ní Ìbàdàn.
àdúgbò Òkè-Àdó àwọn Ìjẹ̀bú ló pọ̀
From
ńbẹ̀.
Okebola and all that.
àtòkè Bọ́lá àti gbogbo ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
That was why he got to Okebola.
ìdí tó fi dókè Bọ́lá
It was
nìyẹn.
in the night.
ó ń bẹ níbẹ̀.
It was in the night.
ní alẹ́
He wanted to get transport from any of his relations so he can go back to Lagos before his
ó
the
ń
people
wò
will sack
bóyá òun
him.
lè rí owó gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ará rẹ̀ kó lè tètè padà sílùú Èkó.
But that night,
ṣùgbọ́n ní òru yẹn
he could not sleep.
kò lè sùn.
The fire came.
iná yẹn
The
sọ̀kalẹ̀.
voice rose him up.
ohùn yẹn jì dìde.
And he told him to rise up.
ó dẹ̀ sọ fún un pé kó dìde.
Begin to preach.
ó yá wá máa wàásù.
Pick up your bell.
ó yá gbé aago
And
rẹ̀.
he began to preach.
ló bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wàásù.
That it was not an organized revival.
kì í ṣe ìsọjí tá a tiẹ̀ kan ti pété rẹ̀
While
tẹ́lẹ̀.
he was preaching,
ṣùgbọ́n bó ṣe ń wàásù.
his people began to gather.
àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí péjọ
And
pọ̀.
they began to say,
wọ́n sọ pé "Ah,
so is this man a preacher?
bẹ́ẹ̀ la ni ń yà wọ́n pé ìgbà wo ló dé
And
oníwàásù.
many people begin to gather.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kórajọ
And he
pọ̀.
began to tell them,
ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ fún wọn.
power as of old.
wípé agbára bíi tìgbàanì.
Jesus the same yesterday,
Jésù yẹn ọ̀kan náà
the same
lánàá.
today,
ọ̀kan náà
and the
lónìí.
same forever.
ọ̀kan náà títí
That
ayé.
was what he was preaching.
ohun tó ń wàásù nìyẹn
That
náà.
Jesus can heal.
wípé Jésù lè wòsàn.
He can save.
ó lè gbàlà.
He can deliver.
Jésù lè tú sílẹ̀.
He can redeem
ó
souls.
tiẹ̀ kan lè ra ọkàn padà.
And while he was doing that,
nígbà tó ń ṣe yìí.
it was like a test.
ó dàbí ìdánwò ni.
You say Jesus can save. He can heal.
ó ní Jésù lè gbàlà.
Look at this crippled person.
wo arọ yìí.
Like a joke.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwàdà.
prayed.
ó bá gbàdúrà.
And the cripple rise up.
arọ bá dìde.
And that brought a bigger noise.
èyí wá mú kí ariwo kó ta.
They bring blind man.
wọ́n mú afọ́jú wá.
He prayed for the blind
ó
man.
gbàdúrà
His
fàfọ́jú.
eyes were open.
lójú bá là.
This brought another big news.
eléyìí ló tún mú ròyìn ńlá
Before
dìde.
you know what was happening,
kó tó mọ nǹkan tó ń
the
ṣẹlẹ̀.
whole city gathered.
gbogbo ìlú ti kórajọ pọ̀.
Listen to me.
gbọ́ mi dáadáa.
It's your turn.
àsìkò tiẹ̀ ti dé báyìí
Can you
o.
hear what I'm saying?
ṣó o gbọ́
I
nǹkan tí mo
said
wí.
you are the next person.
mo sọ wípé ìwọ ló kàn báyìí.
Heaven is waiting for you.
ọ̀run ń dúró dè ọ́.
And you will make it.
lágbára Ọlọ́run wà á dẹ̀ ṣàṣeyọrí.
But I've watched the scripture.
nígbà tí mo wo ìwé mímọ́.
I saw many people started well.
mo rí wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa.
And they ended badly.
wọ́n wá parí ní tí èyí ò dáa.
Look at the scripture.
wo ìwé mímọ́.
Are you there?
ṣé o ti wà
Let me
níbẹ̀?
give you an example of what it means to fail.
jẹ́ kí n fi àpẹẹrẹ ohun tó jẹ́ hàn wípé èèyàn kùnà.
First Samuel,
ìwé Sámúẹ́lì kìíní. Sámúẹ́lì kìíní.
chapter 13.
orí ìkẹtàlá.
First Samuel chapter 13.
ìwé Sámúẹ́lì kìíní orí ìkẹtàlá.
Let me just read verses 1 and 2.
jẹ́ ń ka ẹsẹ̀ ìkíní àti ìkejì.
Saul reigned 1 year. And when he had reigned 2 years over Israel, Saul chose him 3,000 men of Israel, whereof 2,000 were with Saul in Michmash and in Mount Bethel, and 1,000 were with Jonathan in Gibeah of Benjamin. And the rest of the people he sent every man to his tent.
Sọ́ọ̀lù jọba lé ọdún kan nígbà tí ó sì jọba ọdún méjì lórí Ísírẹ́lì. Sọ́ọ̀lù sì yan 15,000 ọmọkùnrin fún ara rẹ̀ ní Ísírẹ́lì. 6,000 sì wà lọ́dọ̀ Sọ́ọ̀lù ní Mikmashi àti ilé òkè ńlá Bẹ́tẹ́lì. 1,000 sì wà lọ́dọ̀ Jónátánì ní Gíbí àti Bẹ́ńjámínì. Ó sì rán àwọn ènìyàn tí ó kù olúkúlùkù sí àgọ́ rẹ̀.
I have much within me, so I may not be able to go through all those Bible references.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ló ń bẹ nínú mi mo lè má
When God
gbogbo
was
ìwé
giving
mímọ́.
condition for Israel
Nígbà tí Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í sọ àwọn gbèdéke kan fún
and was
Ísírẹ́lì
talking that a time will come you will demand a king.
tó dẹ̀ ń sọ fún wọn wípé àsìkò kan ń bọ̀ ẹ máa béèrè fọ́ba.
Number one,
Àkọ́kọ́
he said he must not multiply wives for himself.
ó sọ wípé ọba yẹn o kò gbọ́dọ̀ ní ìyàwó tó pọ̀ fúnra
And
rẹ̀.
he must not choose military or soldiers for himself.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sì gbọ́dọ̀ yan àwọn ọmọ ogun fúnra rẹ̀.
All these were broken by Saul.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé gbogbo òfin yìí ni Sọ́ọ̀lù ré kọjá?
They were all broken by Solomon.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá òun ló ré kọjá.
Many of them were broken by all the kings of Israel.
Gbogbo àwọn ọba ní Ísírẹ́lì ni wọ́n kọlu òfin
He
Ọlọ́run
has
yìí.
gathered all those people together.
Ṣùgbọ́n Sọ́ọ̀lù ti kó gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí papọ̀ fúnra rẹ̀.
And a nation was already about to fight them.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ pé nígbà tó orílẹ̀-èdè kan bá ti fẹ́ bá wọn jà,
And Samuel told him,
Samuel wá sọ fún un.
wait for me.
Ó ní pé dúró dè mí,
I am coming.
mò ń bọ̀.
He gave him 7 days.
Ó fún un ní ọjọ́ méje.
And the 7 days were expiring.
Lóòótọ́ ọjọ́ méje yẹn ó wá tán.
And the threat of the enemies were becoming stronger.
Ṣùgbọ́n kùkùlàjà àwọn ọ̀tá ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í le fún
The
Sọ́ọ̀lù.
fear that they could be overrun came upon Saul.
Èyí tó jẹ́ wípé ìbẹ̀rù ńlá ó bá ayé Sọ́ọ̀lù.
And Samuel told him, wait for me.
Samuel dẹ̀ sì ń sọ fún mi pé a ní o dúró dè
It
mí.
is until I finish the sacrifice.
Àfi ìgbà tí mo bá tó parí ìrúbọ.
That is when he will start.
Ìgbà yẹn ni wàá tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun jíjà.
Do you know what happened?
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀?
Saul waited and he said the people were getting scattered.
Sọ́ọ̀lù dúró ó wá rí wípé àwọn èèyàn ti ń padà lọ lé wọn.
So he decided to offer the sacrifice.
Ní Sọ́ọ̀lù bá lọ rúbọ tí òye ó rú.
What is in it?
Kí ló wà ńbẹ̀?
Is it not just to cut the neck of the goat or the sheep
Ibi ká kàn gé ẹsẹ̀
and pour the blood there and pour it here?
ká dẹ̀ finá sí ibi ká
What is
sí ní.
special in it?
Kí ló wá ṣe bàbàrà ńbẹ̀?
And Saul did that.
Sọ́ọ̀lù ó ṣe
As
léyìí.
soon as he was offering the sacrifice,
Gbàrà tó ń parí ẹbọ rírú yẹn tán.
Samuel came.
Samuel dé o.
And he said and Saul said,
Sọ́ọ̀lù bá sọ fún
you
un.
have delayed.
Ó ti pẹ́.
And that is why I decided to enter and I forced myself to go and do the
Torí ẹ̀
sacrifice.
mo tira mi sí gan ni láti
And
lọ
Samuel
sí.
asked him,
Samuel wá bí.
when has God ordained you to be a priest?
Ìgbà wo lọ́lọ́run yàn ọ́ láti
When
jáde fà?
have you been given the right to begin to offer sacrifice?
Ìgbà wo la fún ọ láṣẹ pé kò máa rúbọ?
And he said, when the people were about to scatter,
Ó ní ìgbà táwọn èèyàn ti fẹ́ máa sá lọ.
it was as if God now said, okay, Samuel, he has failed, but let's give him another chance.
Ọlọ́run ó wá dàbí ìgbà tọ́lọ́run sọ fún Samuel wípé lóòótọ́ ó ti kù ní eléyìí ṣùgbọ́n jẹ́ àtún fún láàyè
Did
mi.
you know
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀?
he went ahead
Ó tún
to do
tẹ̀síwájú
a greater one?
láti ti wá ṣe tèyí tó tún burú jù
Listen
bẹ́ẹ̀.
to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
There are many of us that has fallen secretly.
Ọ̀pọ̀ nínú wa láti ṣubú ní kọ̀kọ̀.
I don't know whether you hear what I'm saying.
Mi ò mọ̀ bóyá ò ń gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń
You may
sọ.
not like what I'm saying.
Ó lè mọ́ fẹ́ràn nǹkan tí mò ń
Many
sọ.
of us has fallen secretly.
Ọ̀pọ̀ nínú wa láti ṣubú ní kọ̀kọ̀.
And probably God is saying, let me see whether he will repent.
Bóyá Ọlọ́run wá ń sọ wípé jẹ́ kí n wò ó bóyá yóò tiẹ̀ yí
Let me
padà.
give him another chance.
Jẹ́ ń fún ní ààyè mìíràn.
Some of you are given the last chance.
Ọ̀pọ̀ nínú wa ló jẹ́ wípé ààyè tó kẹ́yìn náà lọ́lọ́run yọ̀ǹda
And
fún
we
wa.
may not know.
Ó dẹ̀ lè máa mọ̀.
We are like human beings who are very close to their grave.
A dàbí ènìyàn tó jẹ́ wípé a súnmọ́ sàárè
And
wa.
he's still beating his chest and bragging.
Ẹni tó súnmọ́ sàárè tí ó kù lọ́la tó sì tún fọwọ́ gbáyà.
As if he owns tomorrow.
Bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ wípé òun ló ní ọ̀la.
God decided to give him another chance.
Ọlọ́run kàn fún ní ààyè díẹ̀ ni.
I want you to know.
Mo fẹ́ kó o mọ nǹkan
I
kan.
will just touch them gradual.
Màá kàn fọwọ́ kàn wọ́n díẹ̀.
Then I will talk majorly on the last one there.
Màá wá sọ̀rọ̀ ní pàtàkì jùlọ lórí tèyí tó kẹ́yìn níbẹ̀.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
The fall of the man in the front
Àníṣe ìṣubú ẹni tó ń bẹ níwájú yẹn.
is supposed to be a lesson to the followers.
Ó yẹ kó jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ fáwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé ni.
There is no fall without a scar.
Kò sí ìṣubú kankan tí ò ní mú àpá dání.
And that scar many times may remain on that person for years.
Àpá yẹn dẹ̀ lè wà lára ẹni yẹn fún àìmọye ọdún.
There are many of us that are carrying scars.
Ọ̀pọ̀ nù wa là ń gbé àpá rìn kiri.
And instead of us to learn from those things that causes the scars,
Kàkà tó wá yẹ ká kọ́gbọ́n lára àwọn nǹkan tó fa àpá yìí.
we decide to cover those things with our clothes.
Ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà la wá ń daṣọ bo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí mọ́lẹ̀.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
You remember Naaman?
O rántí Námánì.
Naaman.
Námánì.
You remember Naaman?
Ṣé o rántí ẹ̀?
He was called an army general.
A pè é ní ọ̀gágun.
He was a man of power.
Ó jẹ́ ọkùnrin takuntakun.
He never lost any battle.
Kò tiẹ̀ kan sọ ogun kankan.
Wherever he goes,
Ibikíbi tó bá lọ,
he come always with victory.
ó máa ń padà wá pẹ̀lú ṣẹ́gun ni.
As great as he was,
Ṣùgbọ́n bí Námánì ṣe tóbi
the
tó,
Bible called him a leper.
Bíbélì wa pè ní adẹ́tẹ̀.
Leprosy does not cover a man one day, except it's a divine judgment.
Adẹ́tẹ̀ kò kàn kì í bòyàn látòrí désàlẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣùgbọ́n díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni.
Like Miriam, who received a divine judgment.
Bíi Míríàmù tó gba ìdájọ́ látòkè
Like
wá.
Gehazi, who received a divine
Bíi
judgment.
Gèásì tó gba ìdájọ́ látòkè wá.
Usually, leprosy will start small.
Sórí ẹ̀tẹ̀ ó máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀
And
ni.
when it starts small,
Nígbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ kékeré,
if the owner of that body quickly rise,
bí ẹni tó ní ara yẹn tó bá tètè pariwo
the
síta,
situation will be arrested.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé a ó ṣàwòtán rẹ̀?
But if you look at it and say this is insignificant,
Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá wò wípé eléyìí ò tí ì já mọ́ nǹkan kan,
this is nothing,
eléyìí ò tí ì ṣe nǹkan kan,
it will begin to grow.
ó máa dàgbà.
It's like a man who brought in a little snake,
Ó dàbí ọkùnrin kan tó mú ejò kékeré wọlé ni.
an infant snake,
Àníṣe ejò, ọmọ ejò,
and begin to feed that snake with little things.
ló bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í tọ́jú ẹ̀, ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í fún lóúnjẹ jẹ.
Hear me, that snake will grow.
Gbọ́ mi o, ejò yẹn máa dàgbà lọ́jọ́ kan.
That snake will grow.
Àníṣe ọmọ ejò yẹn máa
And
dàgbà
when
lọ́jọ́ kan.
that snake grows,
Nígbà tọ́mọ ejò bá dàgbà,
he's coming to kill that man.
ó di dandan òun náà ló máa pa
If
ọkùnrin
you
yẹn.
don't kill it, it will rise to kill
Tó
you.
o bá tètè pa, òun ni yóò pa ọ́.
Little sin has crept into our lives.
Àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kéékèèké tó ti rápálá wọnú ayé wa.
A little lust,
Àníṣe ìfẹ́kùfẹ́
a
kékeré.
little immoral action,
Àníṣe àwọn ìfẹ́kùfẹ́
a
ìṣekúṣe kékeré.
little kissing of another lady,
Ipò ń fẹnu kọ ẹni tí ì ṣe
a
ìyàwó rẹ̀ obìnrin
little
lẹ́nu.
hug of another man's
Ò ń
husband,
dìrọ̀ mọ́ aya ẹlòmíràn.
a little fingering,
Àti gbogbo àwọn ká fọwọ́ dira wa mú tìsí kì í ṣe
and a
tiẹ̀.
little adultery.
Àti gbogbo àwọn panṣágà kéékèèké.
A time will come
Àsìkò ń bọ̀ o.
that thing will no longer look as sin to you.
Èyí tó jẹ́ wípé kò tiẹ̀ ní jọ mẹ́ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ́
It
lójú rẹ̀.
become part and parcel of your system.
Ó wá ti wá máa di bárakú fún ọ.
If you don't quickly cry,
Tó o bá tètè pariwo.
if you do not shout,
Àníṣe ó di dandan wípé
if you do not shout,
tó o bá tètè pariwo síta.
that thing is coming to close your mouth.
Ó di dandan kí ni yẹn máa pa ẹ́ lẹ́nu mọ́.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi,
You remember Israel
ó rántí Ísírẹ́lì.
when they were in Egypt,
Nígbà tí wọ́n wà nílùú Íjíbítì.
when Jacob their father died,
Nígbà tí Jákọ́bù bàbá wọn kú.
Joseph carried the dead body of the father to go and bury.
Jósẹ́fù wá gbé ara bàbá rẹ̀ ó lọ
And all
sí.
the government of Egypt followed him.
Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì àtàwọn ará Íjíbítì wọ́n tẹ̀lé jáde.
But when Joseph was about to die,
Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí Jósẹ́fù fẹ́ kú báyìí,
Joseph told them something.
Jósẹ́fù sọ nǹkan kan fún wọn.
He said,
Ó sọ wípé
when I die,
ó ní tí n bá kú,
carry my corpse
ẹ gbé òkú mi.
to go and bury where my fathers are buried.
Ẹ lọ sin síbi táwọn asin àwọn bàbá mi sí.
You remember?
Ṣé o rántí?
Joseph died.
Jósẹ́fù kú.
And when Joseph died,
Nígbà tí Jósẹ́fù kú,
the government of Egypt came together.
gbogbo àwọn ìjọba Íjíbítì wọ́n kóra
This
jọpọ̀.
is our prime minister.
Wípé prime minister
We
wa
want
lélẹ̀.
to give him a befitting burial.
A fẹ́ fún ní ètò ìsìnkú tó dáa.
You, Reuben, Benjamin, and all the rest of you,
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀, gbogbo oyin pátápátá.
let's go.
Ẹ jẹ́ á lọ.
And they said,
Wọ́n wí pé
not yet.
wọ́n ní kò tí ì yá.
Get us good embalmers.
Àníṣe ẹ lọ wá àwọn tí wọ́n lè fi nǹkan kún ara òkú fún wa.
And then they embalmed Joseph.
Wọ́n wá fi nǹkan kún ara Jósẹ́fù.
The people say, let us go and bury him.
Àwọn èèyàn yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sìn.
That will be a good chance for them to return back to their town.
Ìyẹn ìbá jẹ́ ọ̀nà fún wọn láti tètè padà sílẹ̀ wọn.
They said, not now.
Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n sọ pé kì í ṣe ní ìsìn.
Let's have patience.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká sì ṣe sùúrù.
The other people are patient with them.
Àwọn èèyàn yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú wọn.
They embalmed the corpse.
Wọ́n wá kú òkú
They
Jósẹ́fù.
covered this bad odor with good perfume.
gbogbo òórùn burúkú yẹn wọ́n ti da pàfíìmù olóòórùn dídùn mọ́.
Anytime the odor will sneak out, they will use perfume to cover it.
gbogbo ìgbàkúùgbà tí òórùn burúkú yẹn ó bá jáde wọ́n ti da lọ́fíńdà sí.
Many of us are using perfume
ọ̀pọ̀ nù wa là ń lo lọ́fíńdà
to cover the corruption in our life.
láti dọwọ́ bo ìdìbàjẹ́ tó ń bẹ nínú
And
ayé
when
wa.
that thing explodes,
nígbà tí òórùn ìbá wa gbalẹ̀
it may sack you from wherever you are.
wọ́n ti ẹ̀kan lè lé ọ jáde kúrò níbi
Many
tó
of
wà.
us are too busy.
ọ̀pọ̀ nù wa la kún fún
Too
iṣẹ́.
busy to sit and plan together with God.
a kún fún iṣẹ́ a ò lè jókòó níwájú ọlọ́run.
God is the owner of this work.
ọlọ́run ló ní iṣẹ́ yìí.
How do you work without the approval of the owner?
gbọ́ bó o lo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ láì gbà yọ̀ǹdẹ̀ tó níṣẹ́.
How do you work without discussing with the owner?
báwo lo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ láì tí ẹ̀kàn bẹ́ni tó níṣẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀
How do you
papọ̀.
work without taking information from the owner?
báwo lo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ o ò gba ìfitónilétí látọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tó
You
níṣẹ́.
heard the last preacher.
o gbọ́ bàbá wa tó kọ́ wa
He was
lẹ́kọ̀ọ́
talking,
kan.
hitting more on prayer.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní pàtàkì jùlọ lórí àdúrà.
That is the time we have to discuss with the owner of the business.
wípé àsìkò yẹn la ní láti bá ẹni tó níṣẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀
Many
papọ̀.
of us are falling secretly.
ọ̀pọ̀ nù wa láti ṣubú ní kọ̀kọ̀.
But who will tell you?
ṣùgbọ́n ta ni ó sọ fún ọ?
Who will tell you?
ta ni ó sọ fún ọ?
Who will tell you?
ta ni ó sọ?
They are calling you Baba.
wọ́n ti ń pè ọ́ ní bàbá.
They are calling you our mommy.
wọ́n ti ń pè ọ́ ní
And
àwọn ọmọ.
everybody is kneeling down for you.
gbogbo èèyàn sì ló kúnlẹ̀ fún ọ.
And you are looking, behaving as if you are the one who born all of
so
them.
ìwọ náà sì ń wò wípé ìwọ náà ló bí gbogbo wọn.
You may not like what I'm saying.
o lè mọ fẹ́ràn
But listen
nǹkan tí
to
mo
me.
ṣùgbọ́n gbọ́ mi.
When you fail to learn in your house,
nígbà tó o bá kùnà láti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nínú
they will
ilé rẹ
teach you from outside.
ó di dandan wọn ó kọ́ láti
And
ta
the
wá.
teaching from outside is not going to be palatable to you.
ẹ̀kọ́ láti ta kò sì ní rọgbọ fún ọ.
I know what I'm talking about.
mo mọ nǹkan tí mo ń sọ.
When I begin to look at these people,
nígbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí
the first one was Aaron.
ẹni àkọ́kọ́ ni Árónì.
Aaron.
Árónì.
Moses and Aaron were called together.
Mósè àti Árónì la pè papọ̀.
You will remember
wà á rántí.
that when God called Moses in the wilderness,
nígbà tí Ọlọ́run pe Mósè ní ijù
in the land of the Midian,
àníṣe ní ilẹ̀ Mídíánì.
and God began to tell Moses what to go and do in Egypt.
Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ nǹkan tí Mósè ó lọ ṣe ní Íjíbítì
You know,
fún.
Moses began to complain to God.
Mósè wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣàwáwí níwájú
It
Ọlọ́run.
got to a time that Moses said, I cannot speak.
ó débi kan tí Mósè sọ wípé Ọlọ́run dáná mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀rọ̀ sọ.
The Bible said God was angry.
Bíbélì sọ wípé inú bí
And
Ọlọ́run.
God now told Moses,
Ọlọ́run wá sọ fún Mósè.
go, I will send your brother to meet you on the
wípé
way.
máa lọ mo ti rán arákùnrin rẹ láti pàdé rẹ
And your
lọ́nà.
brother Aaron will meet you.
arákùnrin rẹ Árónì yóò pàdé
It
rẹ.
was Moses and Aaron that went to the palace of Pharaoh.
Mósè àti Árónì ni wọ́n jọ wọ ààfin Fáráò lọ.
Aaron was there.
Árónì ń bẹ níbẹ̀.
When Moses told Pharaoh to let my people go,
nígbà tí Mósè ń sọ fún Fáráò wípé jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mi ó lọ.
Aaron lived there to witness all the miracles performed by Moses.
Árónì ìṣejú ẹ̀ la ṣe rí gbogbo iṣẹ́ ìyanu tí Mósè ti
He
ṣe.
was almost the assistant of Moses.
òun gan ni gbákejì Mósè.
Do you know what happened?
ǹjẹ́ o mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀?
Moses went up to go and meet God.
Mósè ó wá gòkè lọ láti lọ bá Ọlọ́run
In
pàdé.
Exodus chapter 32,
nínú ìwé Ẹ́kísódù orí ìkejìlélọ́gbọ̀n.
Moses has come for fasting and prayer.
Mósè ti lọ nínú àwẹ̀ àtàdúrà.
He was discussing with God on
Oh.
the movement of his
ó
people.
ń bá Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ nípa báwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ ó ti rìn.
Do you know the people came to Moses?
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé àwọn èèyàn wá kórajọpọ̀ wọ́n wá bá
And
Árónì.
they come to meet Aaron.
wọ́n wá bá Árónì.
And he said to him,
ó wá sọ fún wọn.
Aaron,
ó ní Árónì.
now that Moses is gone,
wọ́n ní ìsìn tí Mósè ti lọ.
did he report to them that he has gone?
Igbó ṣó sọ fún wọn wípé Mósè ti
Does
lọ.
any one of them hear the voice of God?
Ṣẹ́nì kankan nù wọ́n gbóhùn Ọlọ́run.
Moses was the only one hearing the voice of God.
Mósè nìkan ṣoṣo ló ń gbóhùn Ọlọ́run.
The people came with experience.
àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyẹn wọ́n wá pẹ̀lú ìrírí.
And they began to use their experience to talk to Moses.
wọ́n wá ń lo ìrírí wọn láti bá Mósè sọ̀rọ̀.
Look at it in chapter 32.
wò ó nínú orí
I'm
ìkejìlélọ́gbọ̀n
reading
yẹn.
from verse 1.
mò ń kà láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkíní.
And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mountain, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, up, make us gods, which shall go before us. As for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we know not what is become of him.
nígbà tí àwọn ènìyàn rí pé Mósè pẹ́ láti sọ̀kalẹ̀ sí orí òkè wá àwọn ènìyàn kó ara wọn jọ sọ́dọ̀ Árónì wọ́n sì wí fún un pé dìde dá òrìṣà fún wa tí yóò máa ṣáájú wa lọ bí ó ṣe ti Mósè yìí ni ọkùnrin nì tí ó mú wa gòkè láti ilẹ̀ Íjíbítì wá àwa kò mọ ohun tí ó ṣe.
Wait a minute.
Dúró
This
díẹ̀.
was not the first time Moses would go to the mountain.
Èyí kọ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tí Mósè ó lọ sórí òkè o.
You remember he went there and he was there 40 days before he brought the 10 commandments.
ó mọ̀ pé ó wà níbẹ̀ fódìdí 40 ọjọ́ kó tó di wípé ó gbé òfin mẹ́wàá wá.
He now was sitting with God to have that things written on the stone.
ṣùgbọ́n ní ìsìn ó wá wà níbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ń kọ òfin yẹn sí orí òkúta
They
wàhálà
knew
òkúta.
that the first commandment is thou shalt have no other God before me.
wọ́n mọ̀ wípé òfin àkọ́kọ́ ni wípé ìwọ kò gbọ́dọ̀ ní ọlọ́run mìíràn
They now
pẹ̀lú mi.
told Moses.
wọ́n wá sọ fún Árónì.
Now, Aaron, we cannot see Moses
wọ́n sọ
anymore.
fún Árónì pé ní ìsìn àwa ò rí Mósè mọ́.
Moses, God is only one.
àníṣe Mósè àti ọlọ́run ọ̀kan ni wọ́n.
Moses has only one God.
Mósè ó ní ọlọ́run kan ṣoṣo ń tiẹ̀.
Egypt, where we are coming from,
ní Íjíbítì níbi táwa ti ń bọ̀.
they have many gods.
wọ́n ní ọlọ́run tó pọ̀ mbẹ́.
One God is not sufficient for us.
àníṣe ọlọ́run ẹyọ kan ò tó fún wa.
Make us gods.
torí náà dá ọlọ́run fún wa.
Who will be going before us?
èyí tí yóò máa lọ síwájú wa.
As for Moses and his God,
ká sọ wípé nípa ti Mósè àtọlọ́run
we
rẹ̀
don't
ni.
know what happened to them.
àwa ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣe wọ́n.
What would have been the response of Aaron?
ẹ gbọ́ kí ló yẹ kí Árónì fi dá wọn lóhùn.
Aaron was supposed to silence them.
Árónì yẹ kó pa wọn lẹ́nu mọ́.
Aaron was supposed to tell them to keep short.
Árónì yẹ kó sọ fún wọn wípé ẹgbẹ́nu yín
But
dákẹ́
what
ni.
did Aaron do?
ṣùgbọ́n kí ni Árónì ṣe?
Quickly, he said, bring your earrings.
kíákíá ló sọ wípé ẹ mú yẹrí etí yín
After
wá.
all, we are the one molding those gods for them in Egypt.
àwa kúkú la kúkú ń ṣe ọlọ́run yẹn fún wọn ní
And they
Íjíbítì.
gather all their chains and their rings
wọ́n
and their bangles
kó
and everything.
gbogbo yẹrí etí gbogbo ẹ̀ṣọ́ òde ara wọn wọ́n kó jọ
Do you know
papọ̀.
what happened?
ǹjẹ́ o mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀?
Aaron used them to produce a calf.
Árónì ó sì lò láti fi mọ ewúrẹ́ kan.
A calf.
Ọmọ-
Like a cow.
bí ọmọ àgùntàn kan.
And then he put it before them.
ló wá gbé e síwájú.
And he announced to them,
ó wá ń kéde fún wọn wípé
tomorrow,
lọ́la
not next week,
kì í ṣe lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀.
tomorrow,
ní ọ̀la
not next month.
kì í ṣe lóṣù tó ń bọ̀.
All of us shall make celebration.
gbogbo wa la ó ṣe àjọyọ̀.
A leader.
Adarí
Listen to me.
gbọ́ mi.
If you are a pastor over a church,
ká sọ wípé olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ni ọ́ lórí ìjọ.
whatever decision that church take rests on you.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé ìgbésẹ̀ kí ìgbésẹ̀ tíjọ yẹn bá gbé ọrùn rẹ ló wà.
If they take a right decision, it's on your head.
tí wọ́n bá gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó tọ́ ọrùn rẹ ló wà.
If they take a wrong decision, it's on you.
tí wọ́n bá sì gbété yìí tí ò tọ́ ọrùn rẹ ló wà.
You know, when God was talking in the book of Revelation,
yóò mọ̀ ìgbà tó Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ìwé ìfihàn.
he said unto the angel of the church of Laodicea, write.
ó sọ wípé sí áńgẹ́lì ìjọ Laodikia ni mo kọ ìwé
He
yìí.
didn't say unto the elders, to the board of elders of the church of Laodicea, but he said unto the angel of the church of
kò
Laodicea,
sọ wípé
write.
kò sọ wípé sí ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn alàgbà rárá o ṣùgbọ́n ó sọ wípé sí áńgẹ́lì ìjọ ní Laodikia ni mò ń kọ̀wé.
Listen to me.
gbọ́ mi.
God called one man,
Ọlọ́run pe ẹnìkan ṣoṣo.
and that one man now called a committee.
ẹnìkan yẹn ló wá lọ pe àwọn ìgbìmọ̀.
God does not call a committee to query them.
Ọlọ́run ò pe ìgbìmọ̀ tàbí láti wá máa wá bí wọ́n
It is the
léèrè.
man he called.
ẹni tọ́lọ́run pè yẹn lọ́lọ́run máa bí.
Aaron was supposed to rebuke the people.
Árónì tó yẹ kó bá àwọn èèyàn yẹn wí.
He compromised his faith
ṣùgbọ́n ó gbọ̀jẹ̀gẹ́ pẹ̀lú
and
ìgbàgbọ́
he
rẹ̀.
followed after the fall of the people.
ó wá tẹ̀lé ìṣubú àwọn ènìyàn.
And he told them to make a
ó
God.
wá sọ fún wọn wípé kí wọ́n dá Ọlọ́run ní tòótọ́.
And they came together, they make it very
wọ́n
fast.
dẹ̀ jọ wá papọ̀ kíákíá ni wọ́n ṣe Ọlọ́run jáde.
At the time Moses was still on the mountain,
nígbà tí Mósè fi wà lórí òkè.
it was God who told Moses,
ìní ò mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run gan ló ń sọ fún Mósè
Moses,
wípé Mósè
your people,
àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀
not my people, your
kì í
people,
ṣe àwọn èèyàn mi mọ́ àwọn èèyàn
they
rẹ̀.
have gone away from the road.
wọ́n ti kúrò ní iwájú
Look
mi.
at what they have
fún
done.
nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe.
And Moses came down in that anger.
Mósè tìbínú ló fi sọ̀kalẹ̀
And you
wá.
know what happened
ó
that
mọ
day?
nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ náà.
Over 20,000 people died.
ó kọjá ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún ènìyàn tó
Listen
kú
to me.
lọ́jọ́ náà. gbọ́ mi.
When a leader derails,
nígbà tí adarí bá ti ṣìnà
many people will follow him.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló máa tẹ̀lé.
A great tree does not fall alone.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé igi àràbà ńlá kò kì í dáwó?
Definitely, many little trees will
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn igi kéékèèké láyìíká rẹ̀ náà ni ó
a
wù
big
pẹ̀lú.
man does not fall alone.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ pé ọkùnrin ńlá òun nìkan kọ́ ló máa dá ṣubú?
He fall along with many other people.
ṣùgbọ́n a ṣubú pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tán dìrọ̀ mọ́.
Because of the failure of Aaron,
nítorí ìkùnà Árónì,
almost 23,000 people died.
ju ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà 20 lọ ni wọ́n kú lọ́jọ́ kan náà.
God gave him another chance.
Ọlọ́run tún wá fún ní àyè
You know, when
mìíràn.
you come to Numbers chapter 20,
nígbà tó o bá wá sínú ìwé Númérì orí 20.
Moses and Aaron were commanded by God to speak to the rock, to give the people what.
Mósè àti Árónì la fún láṣẹ wípé ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sí àpáta.
Are you following me?
ṣó ń tẹ̀lé mi báyìí?
Amen.
Amen.
Are you there?
ṣó o ti wà níbẹ̀?
When you get to Numbers chapter 20,
ìwé Númérì orí 20.
let's look at it from verse 7.
jẹ́ ká wò láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkeje.
Thank you. Let me read from here. Therefore, the people came to Moses and said, we have... where am I? Okay. Sorry. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Olúwa sì sọ fún Mósè pé,
take the rod and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and he shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them.
mú ọ̀pá nì kí o sì pe ìjọ àwọn ènìyàn jọ, ìwọ àti Árónì arákùnrin rẹ, kí ẹ sì sọ̀rọ̀ sí àpáta nì ní ojú wọn, yóò sì tú omi rẹ̀ jáde, ìwọ ó sì mu omi láti inú àpáta náà jáde wá fún wọn, ìwọ ó sì fún ìjọ àti fún ẹran wọn mu.
That was what God said.
ohun tọ́lọ́run wí nìyẹn.
My brother, listen to me.
arákùnrin mi gbọ́ mi.
There are times we grow in the ministry, we begin to use experience instead of listening to what God is saying.
ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà là ń dàgbà nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ táwa máa lo ìrírí ìgbàanì, ṣùgbọ́n a ò gbóhùn Ọlọ́run
Many
mọ́.
times God has spoken once.
ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà lọ́lọ́run ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
And instead of us to listen to the second voice of God sometimes,
ṣùgbọ́n kàkà fi fetí balẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì,
we apply experience.
àwa ń lo ìrírí.
What happened?
kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
In verse 9,
ní ẹsẹ̀
and
ìkẹsàn-án.
Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, hear ye now, ye rebels or rebels. Must we fetch you water out of this rock?
Mósè sì mú ọ̀pá náà láti wájú Olúwa lọ, bí ó sì fún ní àṣẹ. Mósè àti Árónì sì pe ìjọ ènìyàn jọ níwájú àpáta náà, ó sì wí fún un pé, ẹ̀yin gbọ́ nísinsìnyí, ẹ̀yin ọlọ̀tẹ̀, kí àwa kí a mú omi láti inú àpáta yìí fún yín wá bí?
Was that the message of God?
ẹ gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run nìyẹn.
Moses added his own.
Mósè ó ti fi tiẹ̀ kún.
That language alone provoked God.
ìyẹn ó mọ̀ pé èdè yẹn ó mú Ọlọ́run bínú.
And Moses lifted up his hand with his rod. He smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also.
Mósè sì gbé ọwọ́ rẹ̀ sókè, ó sì fi ọ̀pá rẹ̀ lu àpáta náà lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, omi sì tú jáde lé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀, ìjọ àwọn ènìyàn sì mu àti ẹran wọn pẹ̀lú.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
If I were to be God,
ká sọ wípé mi lọ́lọ́run ni.
that water will not come out.
Omi yẹn ò ní jáde
I
lọ́jọ́ yẹn.
didn't ask them to smite the rock.
Torí pé mi ò sọ wípé kán lu àpáta.
I told them to speak.
Mo sọ fún wọn wípé kán sọ̀rọ̀ ni.
But they carry out their own will.
Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n mú ìfẹ́ tinú tara wọn
And
ṣẹ.
because of carrying out their own will,
Àti nítorí wípé wọ́n mú fẹ́nu ara wọn ṣẹ yìí,
God now spoke to them in verse 12.
Ọlọ́run wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní
And
ẹsẹ̀
the Lord
ìkejìlá.
spake unto Moses and Aaron, because he believed me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore, ye shall not bring this congregation into the land
Olúwa sì sọ
which I have given them.
Olúwa sì sọ fún Mósè àti fún Árónì pé, nítorí tí ẹ̀yin kò gbà mí gbọ́ láti yà mí sí mímọ́ lójú àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì, nítorí náà ẹ̀yin kì yóò mú ìjọ àwọn ènìyàn yìí lọ sí ilẹ̀ náà tí mo ti fi fún
Look at
wọn.
verse 13.
Wo ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹtàlá.
This is the water of Meribah. Because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and it was sanctified in them.
wọ̀nyí lé omi Mẹ́ríbà nítorí tí àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì bá Olúwa sọ ó sì di ẹni ìyàsímímọ́ nínú wọn.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
What they did was very minor as far as they are concerned.
Ohun tí wọ́n ṣe ó kéré lójú wọn tòótọ́.
What kill a man does not come in big way.
Ohun tó ń pa ènìyàn kò kì í wá ní títóbi.
The bacteria that send men to their grave are not big.
Àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí tó ń ráwọn èèyàn lọ sọ́run àrèmábọ̀ kò tóbi.
What will make God to turn his back to men may not be big.
Ohun tí ó mú kọ́lọ́run ó kẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ sí ènìyàn ó lè má tóbi.
Speak is what God said.
Sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́lọ́run wí.
And they flock that
Ṣùgbọ́n
rock.
àwọn lu àpáta.
And God said, because of what you have done,
Ọlọ́run sọ wípé nítorí ètè ṣe yìí.
the rod did not kill anybody.
Ọ̀pá yẹn ò pa ẹnìkankan.
The rod did not bring fire to kill all the congregation.
Ọ̀pá yẹn ò kúkú mú iná jáde láti pa gbogbo ìjọ run.
It was the stone or the rock that the rod smite.
Ṣùgbọ́n àpáta ni ọ̀pá lù.
And the rod did not break.
Ọ̀pá ò sì kàn.
It didn't break.
Ọ̀pá ò kàn.
But God said,
Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run wípé
for that single act,
fún tèyítẹ́ ṣe yìí.
almost 40 years he has been in the ministry.
Fódìdí 40 ọdún ló ti wà nínú ìpè
Let me
àtiṣẹ́
tell you a
ìránṣẹ́.
little story.
Jẹ́ ń sọ ìtàn díẹ̀ fún.
Do you know that when Moses set out from Egypt,
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ ìgbà tí Mósè tó sá kúrò ní Egypt?
when he set out, when he was living with the Israelites,
Nígbà tí ó ń kó àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì jáde
they
kúrò
were
ní
to
Egypt.
spend 40 days.
Ó yẹ kí wọ́n lo 40 ọjọ́.
They have spent 29 days.
Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti lo ọdún mọ́kàndínlọ́gbọ̀n.
29 days.
Wọ́n ti lo ọjọ́ mọ́kàndínlọ́gbọ̀n.
And on the 29th day,
Ní ọjọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n,
the people gathered themselves together to come and meet Moses.
àwọn èèyàn kóra jọpọ̀ wọ́n wá bá Mósè.
The one we have been coming is enough.
Wípé èyí tá a ti ẹ̀kan ti ń rìnrìn rí ó
It
tó.
remained how many days?
Ó kù ọjọ́ mélòó?
11 days.
Ó kù ọjọ́ mọ́kànlá.
And those 11 days that were remaining,
Ọjọ́ mọ́kànlá tó ṣẹ́kù yẹn.
they said, let us go and spy the land first.
Wọ́n ní ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ yẹ ilẹ̀ yẹn wò náà.
Let's choose captain and go and check the
Ẹ jẹ́
land.
ká yan olórí kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ lọ yẹ ilẹ̀ náà
How
wò.
can all of us be going like fools?
Báwo ń gbogbo wo ṣe wá máa dàgọ̀gọ̀ lọ bí àgùntàn?
And Moses agreed.
Mósè bá gbà.
If Moses has stood his ground,
Ká sọ wípé Mósè dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀.
that the God who spoke to me
Wípé Ọlọ́run tó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀
is not a God that lies.
kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run tó ń ṣèké.
I have no reason to go and prove whether he's telling the truth or
Kò
not.
nílò wípé mo lọ ń yẹ nǹkan tó sọ fún mi wò.
If Moses has told the people,
Ká sọ wípé Mósè sọ fún àwọn èèyàn náà.
no.
Wípé rárá o.
If you want to go back, you can go
Ká
back.
sọ wípé yín fẹ́ padà ẹ lè padà
But
sẹ́yìn.
I am going to where God has me to
Ṣùgbọ́n
go.
èmi ń lọ síbi tọ́lọ́run ní pé kí n lọ.
Moses would have entered that land.
Mósè ìbá ti wọ ilẹ̀ yẹn.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
It is said by the elders,
Àwọn àgbà ni wọ́n sọ eléyìí.
àìtẹ́yìnká là ń dáwọ́ bẹnu bó o bá tó olórí ṣe padà sẹ́yìn.
If you are not capable to be a leader, go back.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ṣé o mọ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ?
Leadership has a price tag.
Àníṣe adarí ó ní iye lórí.
You will face what we call criticism.
Wàá dojúkọ àwọn nǹkan tá à ń pè ní
You will
dojúkọ.
face what we call opposition.
Wàá dojúkọ àwọn alátakò.
Even the people that you trusted.
Àwọn tó tiẹ̀ gbẹ́kẹ̀lé gan.
Even the people that the two of you are going the same direction.
Àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé èyí méjèèjì ojú ọ̀nà kan náà lẹ́jọ́
The
náà.
enemy will turn them against you.
Àwọn ọ̀tá wọn ò yẹ́yìn wọn padà sí
And
ọ.
if you are not careful,
Tó o bá sì kíyèsára.
you will dance to their tune.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa jó sílùú wọn?
I don't want to go into personal history yet.
Wo mi ò tí ì fẹ́ lọ sínú àwọn ìtàn títara
I
mi gan.
have faced it time without number.
Torí kí àìmọye ìgbà ni mo ti dojúkọ àwọn kan tí mò ń
I
sọ yìí.
have faced elders that they told me you are too small.
Àìmọye ìgbà mo ti dojúkọ àwọn alàgbà tó ń sọ wípé ìwọ ìkéré.
Where were you born?
nígbà wo la bí ọ?
We were there in 1930.
Àwa wà ń bẹ̀ ní
We knew
1930.
what happened in 1940.
Àwa mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ 1940.
When they are telling stories of 1930 and 1940, where was I truly?
Nígbà tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìtàn 1930 gbọ́, ibo lọ ṣáàtì ìbí mi.
But listen to me.
Ṣùgbọ́n gbọ́ mi.
When the final decision will be taken,
Nígbà tí ìgbésẹ̀ àwẹ̀ pátápátá tá ò bá
I
gbé,
will tell them,
màá wá sọ fún wọn.
I am the one that God is going to blame for anything.
Wípé èmi ni Ọlọ́run yóò pè lẹ́jọ́ fún
If you
nǹkan.
all decide that that is what you are going to do,
Tí gbogbo yín bá ti pinnu wípé ohun tẹ́ ó ṣe nìyẹn,
this is my stand.
èyí ni ìdúró tèmi.
Write my own down.
Ẹ kọ tèmi sílẹ̀ o.
That this is what I said.
Wípé ohun tí mo wí nìyí.
But this is what you all agree.
Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí gbogbo yín fẹnu kò sí
You may
rè.
go ahead and do what you want to do.
Ẹ lè tẹ̀síwájú láti ṣe tètè bá
But
fẹ́
as far
ṣe.
as I'm concerned,
Ṣùgbọ́n nípa ti tèmi o,
I am not in support.
èmi ò sí lẹ́yìn yín.
And they will now rise up and say, wait.
Máa wá ní pé dòdòdòdòdò náà.
If our pastor is not convinced,
Ká sọ wípé olùṣọ́ àgùntàn wa ò
we
tẹ̀lé wa.
will let him know the truth. We will tell him, let's jump to another agenda.
Ẹ gbọ́, ẹ jẹ́ á sì fìyẹn lẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ á lọ sí nǹkan mìíràn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ?
I have stepped on the toes of many people
Mo ti tẹ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀.
because of what I am convinced of as the scripture.
Nítorí ohun tó dá mi lójú nínú ìwé mímọ́.
I have matched the feet of so many people,
Àìsẹ́ mo ti tẹ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀.
knowing fully well that where I push my head is dangerous.
Tí mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé ohun tí mò ń forí gbá yìí ó léwu.
I have met people
Mo ti bá àwọn èèyàn kan
who
pàdé
wanted me out of this mission.
tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ti fẹ́ lé mi dànù kúrò nídìí iṣẹ́
Not
ìránṣẹ́
that they
yìí.
want to drive me.
Kì í ṣe wípé wọ́n kàn fẹ́ lé mi
They
dànù.
want to stand by me.
Wọ́n ti ẹ̀kàn fẹ́,
They want to sponsor me.
wọ́n fẹ́ rán mi jáde.
They want to be by my side.
Wọ́n ti fẹ́ dúró tì mí.
But when God has not given me that conviction,
Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tọ́lọ́run ò tí ì fún mi ní ìdánilójú.
many of them were offended.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nù wọn ni kò dùn mọ́.
Many of them left.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nù wọn náà fi mí
There
sílẹ̀
are
lọ.
people who could give me whatever I want.
Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n ṣetán láti ná ohunkóhun fún
I
mi.
have access to what money can buy.
Mo ní àǹfààní sí ohunkóhun tó wó lè rà.
But my personal conviction
Ṣùgbọ́n ìdánilójú ti tẹ̀mí mímọ́
put
nínú
a
mi.
separation between me and some of these
Ó
people.
fi ìyàtọ̀ sáàárín mi àtàwọn èèyàn
These
wọ̀nyí.
are not bad people. They are not wicked people. They are
Wọn ò
good
kì í
people.
ṣe èèyàn burúkú o, wọ́n fẹ́ ràn mí lọ́wọ́ jáde kúrò nínú ìpè àti iṣẹ́
But
ìránṣẹ́.
listen to me.
Ṣùgbọ́n gbọ́ mi.
At the end of the whole decision,
Lẹ́yìn gbogbo àjọsọ wọn,
you will be held responsible.
ìwọ la ó bi léèrè.
What happened?
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
Let's see what happened to
Yàwó
Aaron.
nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Árónì.
Look at it in verse 23.
Tó o bá wò ní ẹsẹ̀
Numbers
ìkẹtàlélógún.
23. Numbers 20 from verse 23.
Ìwé Númérì orí ogún ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹtàlélógún.
Look at the disgraceful ending.
Wo ìdójútini gidi tí Árónì parí ẹ̀ sí.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying,
Olúwa sì sọ fún Mósè àti fún Árónì ní òkè Hórì ní agbègbè ilẹ̀ Édómù wípé.
those are just few miles to the land of Canaan.
Wo ó kù máìlì díẹ̀ kan fi dé
They
Kénáánì.
were almost at the boundary.
Wọ́n ti wà ní ààlà.
In verse 24,
Ní ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹrìnlélógún.
Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because ye rebel against my word at the water of Meribah.
A ó kó Árónì jọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀ nítorí pé òun kì yóò wọ inú ilẹ̀ náà tí mo ti fi fún àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì nítorí tí ẹ̀yin ṣọ̀tẹ̀ sí àṣẹ mi níbi omi Mẹ́ríbà.
Did you see what is happening?
Ǹjẹ́ o rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀?
God was saying Aaron must die.
Ọlọ́run sọ wípé Árónì yóò kú
He must not cross that boundary.
pé kò gbọ́dọ̀ kọjá ààlà yẹn.
Because of the rebellion you people rebel against me.
Torí ìṣọ̀tẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ ṣe sí mi níbi omi nì.
In verse 24,
Ní ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹrin.
take Aaron and Eleazar his son and bring them up unto Mount Hor.
Mú Árónì àti Ẹlíásárì ọmọ rẹ̀ kí o sì mú wọn wá sí orí òkè Hórì.
Look at the very bad thing.
Wá wo nǹkan burúkú
In
tó
verse
burú tó
26.
ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹrìndínlọ́gbọ̀n.
And stripe Aaron of his garment and put them upon Eleazar his son. And Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, and he shall die there.
Kí o sì bọ́ Árónì ní aṣọ rẹ̀ kí kí o sì fi wọ́n wọ Eleasari ọmọ rẹ̀, a ó sì kó Árónì jọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀, yóò sì kú
How
níbẹ̀.
happy will you be?
Igbọ́ bó o nínú rí ó ṣe dùn tó.
God said, today you will die.
Ọlọ́run sọ wípé lónìí ló kú.
Oh yeah, remove the clothes in your body.
Ẹ gbọ́ bọ́ aṣọ ọrùn rẹ.
All your official uniform, put them on your son.
Gbogbo aṣọ oyè rẹ ó yá ẹ fi wọ ọmọ rẹ̀.
Aaron was removing the garment with tears.
Árónì ó ń bọ́ aṣọ yẹn tomijé
But
ni.
there is nothing he can do.
Ṣùgbọ́n kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe
And
sí.
Moses was decorating his son.
Mósè ó sì ń wọ ọmọ rẹ̀ ní
And
aṣọ.
Aaron was told, today you will die.
A sì sọ fún Árónì pé lónìí ló kú.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
What happened to those people that causes him to misbehave?
Igbọ́ kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti ṣìṣe nígbà yẹn?
What happened to them?
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn?
What happened to them?
Kí ló mú wọn?
My friend,
Ará,
many of these people will make you to miss your way, your ministry, your life. And God is not going to punish them, but you.
ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí wọ́n ó kàn tí ọ ṣìṣe ni. Wọ́n ó mú ọ kó o kùnà ìpè àti iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ rẹ. Wọ́n ó mú ọ kó o kùnà ògo rẹ. Wọ́n ó mú ọ kó o kùnà ẹbí rẹ. Ọlọ́run ò tún wá ní fìyà jẹ àwọn o. Ìwọ náà là á tún fìyà jẹ.
Listen to me.
Gbọ́ mi.
I have seen God,
Mo ti rí
and I've
Ọlọ́run.
always been talking to you.
Mo dẹ̀ máa ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
God has nothing to do with the people who stop you not to fulfill your destiny.
Wo Ọlọ́run ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n dí ọ lọ́wọ́ wípé kó o mọ̀ máa yàn mọ́ rẹ ṣe.
God has nothing to do with the opposer, those who oppose you, who block your way, who say you will not pass, who say you will not make it, who say you will not get to your destiny. God has nothing to do with them.
Ọlọ́run ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn alátakò rẹ, àwọn tí ò jí o kọjá, àwọn tí ò jí o lọ. Ọlọ́run ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú
He
wọn.
knew they are there before he called you.
Ó mọ̀ wípé wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ kó tó pè ọ́.
And he knew there is a way.
Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé ọ̀nà àbáyọ wà.
I told you yesterday,
Mo sọ fún wa lánàá.
when God told the children of Israel
Nígbà tọ́lọ́run sọ fáwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì
to cross the Red Sea,
láti la òkun pupa já.
how do you go in this big sea, deep water?
Bó la ṣe fẹ́ kọjá nínú agbára
God said,
gbogbo mi.
face it.
Ó sọ pé àní ẹ dojúkọ.
God said, face it.
Àní ẹ dojúkọ mi
My
yẹn.
brother,
Ará
no
mi.
matter whatever you are facing,
Bó tilẹ̀ wù kó n tó ń dojúkọ kó le
no
tó.
matter how powerful and how tough that thing
Bó
is,
ti wù kí nǹkan náà ní agbára tó.
the God who sent you is by your side.
Ọlọ́run tó rán ọ níṣẹ́ ń bẹ ní àárẹ̀.
He has the power to take you
Ó
cross.
dẹ̀ ní agbára láti mú ọ làjá.
He has never failed
Kò
before,
tí ì kùnà rí o.
and he cannot fail.
Kò sì lè kùnà.
When Jesus said,
Nígbà tí Jésù sọ wípé.
behold, I send you as a sheep among the
Ó
wolves.
ní wo mo rán yín bí àgùntàn sáàrin àwọn
Didn't
ìkókò.
he knew that the food of the wolf are sheep?
Ṣé kò mọ̀ wípé oúnjẹ ìkókò làgùntàn ni?
Didn't he know that when a sheep gets into the midst of the wolf, he will not return?
Ṣé kò mọ̀ wípé tágùntàn bá dé àárín àwọn ìkókò àgùntàn yẹn ò ní padà
But
wálé?
Jesus said, go.
Jésù sọ wípé rárá o.
And when he said, go,
Ó ní pé lọ.
the one who said, go,
Ẹni tó sọ wípé kó o lọ.
he stand by you.
Ó ti dúró tì ọ́.
He will defend you.
Ó sì di dandan wípé yóò tì
He
ọ́
will
lẹ́yìn.
fight your
Ó
battle.
di dandan wípé yóò gbé ọ níjà.
But when you are afraid,
Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹ́rù bá ń bà ọ́.
you will die before you get there.
Ó di dandan wàá kú kó o tó débẹ̀.
Look at Aaron
Wá Árónì
and Moses.
àti Mósè.
They decided to speak because they were angry.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ìbínú torí pé wọ́n bínú?
Let me join it together with that of
Jẹ́
Moses.
kí n so gbogbo ẹ̀ pọ̀ mọ́ ti Mósè báyìí.
Moses was said to be the meekest man on earth.
Mósè òun la pèlò nínú tútù jùlọ
He
nínú
was so
ayé.
meek before God
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé ó jó ní tútù níwájú
that
Olúwa?
God said he was the meekest man upon the whole earth.
Ọlọ́run sọ wípé òun lo nínú tútù jùlọ ní gbogbo ayé
And
nígbà náà.
God does not exaggerate.
Ọlọ́run ò dẹ̀ wá sọ àsọjù òun.
But listen to me.
Ṣùgbọ́n gbọ́ mi,
When you are a leader,
nígbà tó o bá jẹ́ adarí,
when you are a leader,
nígbà tó o bá jẹ́ adarí,
there are things you never plan.
àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó o pète
There are
rẹ̀.
things you never expect.
Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó o tiẹ̀ retí.
There are things you never imagine will happen.
Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó o tiẹ̀ rò wípé ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀.
Many times the unthinkable will happen.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà nǹkan tó o rò ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lójú
The
ọ̀nà.
unimaginable will happen.
Aláwọn nǹkan tó o tiẹ̀ kàn lálàrí ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lójú
Listen
ọ̀nà.
to me.
Gbọ́ mi,
Miriam
Míríámù
was there when Moses was born.
ó wà níbẹ̀ nígbà tá a fi bí Mósè.
Miriam
Míríámù
was the one who who went to the daughter of Pharaoh and said, let me go and call a nurse.
òun lẹni tó lọ bá ọmọbabìnrin Fáráò wípé jẹ́ kí n lọ kí alágbàtọ́ wá fún ọ.
Aaron
Árónì
was a senior brother to Moses.
ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n Mósè.
Miriam was a senior sister to Moses.
ẹ̀gbọ́nbìnrin Mósè ni.
These three people were leading Israel.
àwọn mẹ́ta yìí ni wọ́n ń darí Ísírẹ́lì.
Israel have 12 tribes.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ Ísírẹ́lì ẹ̀yà méjìlá ni wọ́n
And
ní.
yet none of the tribe of Judah, nor the tribe of Benjamin, nor the tribe of Reuben, nor the tribe of Naphtali, none of them came against Moses.
síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ kò sí kankan nínú àwọn ẹ̀yà méjèèjìlá yìí tó tako Mósè o.
But his own family brother,
ṣùgbọ́n ara rẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀
Aaron
Árónì
and Miriam,
àti Míríàmù.
they began to gossip Moses.
àwọn ni wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í tako Mósè.
Listen to me.
gbọ́ mi.
You know that thing provoked God.
ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé eléyìí mú kínú bí Ọlọ́run.
That made God to descend in pillar of fire.
èyí tó mú kí Ọlọ́run sọ̀kalẹ̀ nínú ọ̀wọ́ iná
And
ńlá.
when God got to where they were,
nígbà tọ́lọ́run dé ibi tí wọ́n wà.
you knew what happened.
ó mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
God was speaking from the flame of fire.
Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í sọ̀rọ̀ jáde láti inú ọ̀wọ́ iná.
And he challenged the two of them.
ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í pe àwọn
If
méjèèjì
there is
níjà.
a prophet among you,
wípé ká sọ wípé wòlíì kankan ń bẹ láàrin.
I, God, will appear before him.
èmi ìbá farahàn
I
wòlíì
will
náà.
speak through him in a dream or in a vision.
màá dẹ̀ bá sọ̀rọ̀ nínú àlá tàbí nínú ìran ni.
But as for Moses,
ṣùgbọ́n nípa ti Mósè.
he's my prophet.
àníṣe wòlíì
He
ni
may be
Ọlọ́run.
your junior brother, but he's my
ó
prophet.
lè jẹ́ àbúrò rẹ ṣùgbọ́n wòlíì tèmi
Why
Ọlọ́run.
God was angry.
nígbà tínú bí
You know,
Ọlọ́run.
Miriam became leprous
ló
immediately.
mọ̀ wípé kíákíá ni Míríàmù dẹ́tẹ̀.
And even Moses fell before God.
Mósè ní láti dojúbolẹ̀ níwájú
And he
Ọlọ́run.
began to plead.
ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í bí Ọlọ́run.
God,
Ọlọ́run
how will leprosy run into my
kí
family?
ló dé tí ẹ̀tẹ̀ ó wà wọ ìdílé mi wá.
Forgive.
Ọlọ́run dáríjì.
Have mercy.
Ọlọ́run ṣàánú.
And God told Moses,
Ọlọ́run wá sọ fún Mósè.
keep quiet.
gbẹnu ẹ̀ dákẹ́.
Even if I am going to forgive
ó ní
her,
ká tiẹ̀ sọ wípé màá
for
dáríjì.
the next 7 days,
àníṣe fún odidi ọjọ́
she will
méje.
carry the shame.
yóò tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ru ìtìjú ìná.
Listen to me.
gbọ́ mi o.
Listen to me.
gbọ́ mi dáadáa.
Yeah, you need to know as a leader.
o gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí
If
adarí
you
o.
have not got to a point where people gossip you, your leadership has not touches the lives of so many.
tó o bá tí ì dé kòríta táwọn èèyàn fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ lẹ́yìn tán fi ń ṣòfófó rẹ káàkiri iṣẹ́ adarí rẹ kò tí ì kojú òṣùwọ̀n.